So I will be introducing myself in my native language. Hamadak yapi, munachitachi puimachiapi, namashitia nina bergadamachiapi, ampetu kile mi chante washinapi chuzapi. Malakhota hai. Meot metna nachve. Hello everybody, my spirit name is Northern Lights Woman. My English name is Nina Bergland. I am a Northern Shannon member and I'm also Kalia. I am 18 years old. I want to thank you all for having me here. It is an honor to be able to speak all in front of you. And being a woman is part of my identity. It's something I've always grown up to love and respect. In the Native community, women are held at one of the highest honors. We are the birth givers. We are the backbone of our nation. You would not have the next generations if it wasn't for us. And along with our teachings, the women, they hold the water. And so something that I strive to fight is for the water, because we are made of water. When you talk about women's rights issues, you cannot leave Indigenous women out. Because you are on our land, you are here on top of our ancestors. So the land that you're standing on right now today, when you go back to your homes, that's my people's land. I will do whatever I can for my people. I will do whatever I can for what I love. I will not only continue the fight that my ancestors have started for me, because this work doesn't start with me, it started with my ancestors. It started with the raping of the women, it started with the taking of the lands. That's where it started. It's just simply flowing through me. Always think about, what kind of ancestor do you want to be? What do you want to think? Who do you want to be in 500 years? They want to look back and say, wow. I want my grandchildren to look back and say, wow, my grandma really thought about me, as did my grandmothers and my mothers. So think about 7 generations ahead. That's always taught. The impact that you make today will affect this next 7 generations. So always keep that in your thoughts. Another topic I want to bring up is the missing and murdered Indigenous women across the US and Canada. It's a really heavy topic because our women are being taken. Our women are being murdered at the highest rates. But their names are not talked about. Their names are not said. So I want you all to think about us in your prayers, because we will not stop fighting. We have that strength, we have that power. I was raised as a strong Lakota. I'm a Wia, I am a woman, and that's something I hold to the highest respect, because I am a woman first. I am a human first, and you're gonna respect me. I want to say one phrase I want to say that we have, it's Madakiye Oyasi. We are all related. Ha, Hechitu. Wopila. Thank you.
In addition to my writing life, this year I'm also looking forward to a new community venture. Some friends and I, all women of color and working class white folks, are starting a company that will take anyone interested on social justice tours around the Twin Cities. It's called Provocatours. Shalini Gupta, ladies and gentlemen. And is inspired and grounded in ideas and values espoused in Bell Hook's seminal text, Teaching to Transgress. Yes. Shalini is organizing all of us feral cats right now. And our website, I say that kind of joking, but not really. Our website should be up by next month. We plan to begin piloting tours this spring and summer. Do you want to learn more about the historically black 38th Street corridor in South Minneapolis? Yes, you say? Well, then take our tour. Step right up. Are you interested in the lingering social effects of neighborhood racial covenants? Yes, you say? Well, take our tour. Do you want to walk through and learn more about various arts and literary spaces in our community? Yes, you say again? Well, take our tour. We are coming from those communities that are impacted the most by these racist histories, and we will be working with folks to tell the stories in our own frames and bring the money back in. To conclude, I'd like to reference Alexis Pauline Gumbs, Tina Martins, and Mia Williams. They're visionary editors of the radical anthology Revolutionary Mothering, which you should all check out. It's not just about biological mothering, it's about how do we actually mother everyone, ourselves, our earth, mother our ideas, mother our projects, all this stuff. It's an amazing collection. They write in their introduction, "We have worked to curate revolution, not perfection. Love which can be afforded, truth which feels dangerous but necessary, and commitment without which nothing can grow." May we all have the courage and support to do the same throughout the rest of the year. Thanks.
First, I want to thank my fellow panelists. You all inspired me. You set the bar high. Nikki with Women's Press, where you're taking this magazine is where it needs to go. Yes. So thank you. So when the biggest military force in the world, the Central Intelligence Agency of the United States of America, went to the high mountains of Laos and commissioned 32,000 Hmong men and boys to fight and to die for the American war, no one imagined that there would be a writer like me right here in America. I was born in Ban Ri Nai refugee camp after 2/3 of my people had been demolished, when the Americans left and the genocide of its aftermath. When I was born this tiny little thing, and my uncle says, "We all put our money that you would be the one to die first," because babies were dying everywhere, because suicide was the #1 cause of death in the place where I was born, because Hmong people only got food 3 days a week, because little girls like me were often bartered for with bottles of fish sauce. Nobody thought I would make it. But here I am, I'm before you. We're in a new year. Immigration, refugees like me are on the news. As a writer, I've always sought to, and I will continue to write the stories that the people I love have died living, undocumented. As a public speaker, I yearn to say the words that I've been living to hear. As a teacher, the work is so important for me to stand up there, not as an expert, but as somebody who looks like me, who feels like me, who thinks like me. There's so many fine colleges and universities all over this land, and if you work really, really hard like I did, sometimes you're afforded a place in the chairs. But never in my journey did I see a teacher that looked like me, that spoke like me, that thought like me. And that's important work. And so I would teach, I would speak, and I will write. But what I'm really excited and eager to do this year, more than any other year before, is to give myself fully and completely to this venture called life. I want to live the fullest. I want to defy the odds that brought me here. I've realized this year that we are the miracles that we have been waiting for. I know that as a poor person speaking, as a woman of color, the numbers have always been on our sides. It's not a surprise to you, right? That 90% of the wealth in this country belongs to the 1%. The numbers are not on our sides, and we don't need the numbers. We will be the miracles that we have been waiting for. And that's the thing that I'm most excited about. Because we live at a place and a time where no matter how tiny we are, no matter what the odds against our survival are, no matter what those numbers are, we have to for each other. Because the world is scary and the world is big, and I have little ones. And no matter how tiny these fingers are, they have to feed, they have to clothe, they have to protect at all costs the 3 beating hearts that are waiting for me at home. And so it's exciting for me to be in this room, to see all the spectrum of life. There is no bad place in time to be a woman. There is no bad place on the life spectrum to be a woman. If there was ever a moment when we needed to come together, to realize a more perfect union, that moment is now, it is this year. Thank you all.